My husband introduced me to his cousin. 6 months later, I caught them kissing in a parking lot. She was not his cousin. I was walking to my car in the parking lot when I saw my husband Dominic was in his car kissing someone. Not just a peck. A full, hands in hair, taking their time kind of kiss. Then the woman pulled back just enough for me to see her face. It was Aaliyah, his cousin Aaliyah, who he'd introduced me to at his mom's birthday party 6 months ago. His cousin Aaliyah, who'd hugged me and told me she was so happy Dominic found someone. His cousin Aaliyah, who'd sent me a friend request on Facebook. I stood there, watching them like it was a movie and not my actual life falling apart in real time. Dominic had told me his cousin was moving to town for a new job 6 months ago. He said she didn't know anyone here and asked if we could help her feel welcome. I said of course. So when she showed up at his mom's birthday party, I went out of my way to be friendly. She was pretty, with this confident way of talking that made everyone want to listen to her. At the party, she called him ridiculous family nicknames, told embarrassing stories about their childhood, even showed me a photo on her phone of them as kids at some family reunion. She started showing up more after that. Sunday dinners at his mom's house, our anniversary dinner because she didn't want to eat alone, even my birthday brunch because Dominic said it would be rude not to invite her since she'd invited us to hers. This morning, Dominic left early for a dentist appointment. I had the day off and spent most of it cleaning the apartment and running errands. Around 3, I went to the parking lot so I could drive to the grocery store. Then I saw them. They broke apart slowly, and that's when Dominic turned his head and looked directly at me. His eyes went wide. He said something to her and shoved his door open so fast it bounced back and almost hit him. He started running toward me. I stayed there. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted him to have to say it to my face. Wait, just wait, he said, breathing hard when he reached me. His lips were smeared with dark red lipstick. There was more on his neck. It's not what it looks like. I laughed. Actual laughed. High and sharp. What does it look like, Dominic? I can explain. Explain what? Explain how you were just kissing your cousin? I took a step toward him. Explain why she's wearing the same lipstick that's all over your face? He couldn't answer. He just stood there looking between me and his car, where Aaliyah was still sitting. I slapped him, hard enough that his head snapped to the side and my palm stung. Try again. We didn't mean for this to happen, he said, and that's when I heard the car door open behind him. Aaliyah walked over, adjusting her shirt. She looked at me, then at Dominic, then back at me. Hey, I'm really sorry you had to find out like this. Find out what? I asked, even though I already knew. I wanted to hear her say it. Dominic and I have been seeing each other for about 4 months now. We met at a conference in Denver. He told me he was married, but that things weren't great between you two. I looked at Dominic. Things weren't great? That's news to me. He held up his hands. That's not, I didn't say it like that. Aaliyah kept talking like he hadn't said anything. When he told me he was moving me here for work, we figured it would be easier if everyone thought we were related. Less questions that way. She's not your cousin? I actually laughed at the audacity. Dominic shook his head. He looked like he might cry. I'm sorry. I never wanted you to get hurt. You moved your girlfriend to the same city as your wife and introduced her to your family as your cousin. I said it slow, making sure I understood. Your mom knows her. Your mom has her over for dinner. My mom doesn't know, he said quickly. Nobody knows except us. Aaliyah looked at him. Your mom definitely knows, babe. She pulled me aside last week and told me she was glad you were finally happy. His face went white. What? Yeah, she said she could tell things were off with you and asked if you'd talk to me about it. I figured you'd told her about us. Aaliyah turned to me. Look, I know this is messy, but we really do care about each other. We didn't plan for it to be like this. I got in my car. Dominic tried to grab the door, but I pulled it shut and locked it. He stood there knocking on the window, saying my name over and over. Aaliyah stood next to him, phone in her hand like she was thinking about calling someone. I drove home and started packing his stuff.